So on the first video, we talked about the Venezuelans. The next video, we're going to talk about Jay-Z. But on the first video, let me say this here. As of now, all of those stories about Venezuelan gang members terrorizing people, all of them have been debunked. All of them. In every city, every state that they've been mentioned, all of them have been debunked. So take that for what you will. In this video, we're going to talk about Puff. So let's get right into it. So, the next topic, Puff Daddy, P-DIDDY, Mr. Oil Man, you know what I'm saying? You know, Mr. 1,000 bottles of lube. What is he guilty of? Look, I've heard all these legal experts talking about his indictment. They admitted that there's no minors in there. I've heard our homeboy that's a rapper that rapped on the Bad Boy South, Young Money, I think he called himself Young City. I think he called himself Young City, right? And I never heard of him. He's from New Orleans, but I never heard of him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not my generation, right? But I seen the interview of him talking. And he said he was a teenager. He's like 16 when they was rapping with Puff. You know what I'm saying? And he said he was around stuff, but they kept him away from all the wild stuff. So he said whatever they was doing in those kind of freak-offs, they was sure to make sure he wasn't around it because he was legally a minor. So if Puff was making sure that the legal minors were nowhere around this stuff, how do we get to the part where he's doing something illegal? Because that's the thing I'm hearing all y'all talking about, is that he's supposed to be doing things with children. He's not charged with doing anything with children. You know, we got a real bad thing in America, man. We love giving people charges that's not there, blaming people for doing shit they're not charged with. He's not charged with doing anything with children as of now. Maybe a superseding indictment will come down later and charge him, but as of now, he's not charged with anything dealing with children, right? Everything he's doing is with adults. So how can freak-offs be illegal with adults? I mean, we have swingers clubs. Swinger clubs are basically private clubs where you pay a membership fee to get in. That's how they get around the laws concerning what you can do in a club. It's a private club. But you got lawyers in there, you got doctors in there, you know what I'm saying? You got you got the kinds of people, office workers, administrators, you got the kinds of people in there that you wouldn't think would be in there. Your librarian housewife, she's in there, you know what I'm saying? And they got people fucking all over the place. So what's the difference between that and a freak off? The only thing, you're not paying membership fee to get in a freak off, but it's still a private party. It's still a private party. So I don't really see what he's doing illegal there. You know what I'm saying? What is he doing that's illegal? So, okay, let's say I heard one of the allegations that he's supposed to be kidnapping people, forcing people to have sex. And I agree with Dr. Umar Johnson, something I don't usually do. Dr. Umar Johnson gave his take on We Never Knew TV, right? Like he said, man, people are freaks. Puffy would not have to kidnap anybody to come to a freak off. All he got to do is send out invitations. Hell, if he'd have posted up an ad in the newspaper, say, you know, the first 300 people get here, get in, he'd have had a line of men and women, mainly women, 70% women. He'd have had a line of women, up the block, round the corner in the next city. He didn't have to kidnap nobody to get them in there to do these things, man. People would go do that stuff on their own volition. Trust me, they would. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know if I believe the kidnapping allegations. You know what I'm saying? I would have to see the evidence as it come out. I don't think I believe that. Now, so we know we got no minors, we got no kidnapping. So what about the interstate trafficking of sex workers, right? Bringing a sex worker across state lines to perform sexual acts. That's what you call a technicality crime, right? But see, they charged him with a RICO because they don't really have no major crimes to charge him with. I said this on another video. When you start seeing RICO charges, that means they really don't have nothing to charge you with. The RICO is this grand conspiracy type charge that they put on the main person, so when they convict of little things here, a little thing there, they can say, oh, this was part of a big, huge criminal enterprise. And although these two individual things carry 3 years apiece, they want to give him 30 because it's a criminal enterprise. But where's the criminal enterprise? It's not like it takes millions upon millions to start a record label. So they can't prove anything. It's not like it takes millions upon millions to press up some CDs. So they can't prove anything. In theory, you could actually work a job and start a record label. Yes, you make enough money to start a record label. So everybody knows where a lot of these labels start, but that don't make them criminal enterprises in and of itself. So it's going to be interesting to see how they tie in the whole criminal enterprise argument, because I'm not seeing that. But let's talk about bringing in sex workers across state lines. That is a technicality law. He might be guilty of that one. I mean, you know, what would they gonna give him for that? 2-3 years? Tops? He do 18 months and be home again? That's not even worth the hassle of going after him. That's why they charged him with the whole criminal enterprise, because they really don't have anything on him. Now, all that said, it has become quite clear that Puffy is a bad dude. He has literally messed over everybody that has dealt with him. Dude is rotten. He is greedy. He is selfish. You know what I'm saying? The dude got problems. He is, I mean, it's clear from hearing all the stories of all the past artists and everything that he robbed, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he just, dude is dirty, brother. Dude is, he's a dirty, rotten, low down dude. But is that a crime? You know what I'm saying? Is that a crime? I mean, I don't see what he did that's illegal, people. I'm sorry. I know all y'all got this thing. Y'all want to see Puffy go to prison for the rest of his life because he kicked that girl by the elevator. I get it, you know what I'm saying? That was some dirty shit to do too. And the stories that he tried to blow somebody up and try to set somebody's car on fire or whatever. But they didn't say he tried to blow the dude up, say he torched the car. You know, he may have done that. That's a lightweight arson charge. You know what I'm saying? They still ain't gonna be able to get criminal enterprise out of that. I don't see where that come in at. But again, those charges are kind of hard to beat. And they charge them like that because those charges are hard to beat, because they so, what's the word I'm looking for? Something that's not well put together, something that's really loosely held together. Somebody help me out in the comment section. Something that's loosely held together. These charges are loosely held together in a way where they just looking for any conviction on any element, and that's going to try to justify the conviction of a criminal enterprise. And that's dirty, bro. They shouldn't do that. If you don't have to do for a real criminal enterprise, and I'm not seeing how they can have him for that, you know, I don't know. You can't do that. So at the most, I'm looking at about an 18-month charge. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Nothing serious. Not a whole lot of restitution. Nothing he can't handle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not seeing nothing that's major. You know, I'm not seeing nothing that's major. So it'll be interesting to see how this stuff play out. But where I'm sitting right now, I'm not seeing it. Maybe y'all know something I don't know, because I mean, I am behind on the gossip. But I'm not seeing it. Now, again, this is my view based on what I know. These are the things I know to be true, the way I understand things, and this is my view. You ain't got to agree with it. You ain't even got to like it, but it is what it is. So we're going to talk about Jay-Z next, huh? Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The next time, this is Justify My Thug, and I'm your host, Brother Kush. Peace.